with another game of innovation. Our initial draw cards this time are Agriculture and Pottery, which are two good cards to get us a leap on the leaves. I always like this combination to start. So if you start out playing Agriculture, our opponent played Tools, which means they're probably going to try to go to amass some cards so that they can leap up into level 3 pretty quick. So first action I drew, and I played my next action. I'll play out Pottery. I only had one action because I was closest to the beginning of the alphabet, which means I started. So I threw out the wheel to try to get some castles going, so that I had the majority of castles. He still has the majority in the light bulbs. So now he's returned the 3 tools like I predicted, and he gets Alchemy on the draw, which isn't a bad card, but it doesn't work unless you have 4 castles. I'm throwing Pottery up to get that lead on the leaves, and then I threw Mysticism up to corner the castle lead, which let me participate in Alchemy as well. I drew Navigation and Experimentation. I'm going to throw Navigation up to get me some coins. So now I have the lead in all of those available icons. He drew the first factory in the game. So now I play Agriculture to convert my Masonry into a 2-pointer, and that gives me the first achievement. And my opponent uses Alchemy, drew a red card, which forces all the cards to go back. His second action, he got Enterprise, which is a good card that kind of evens us out when coins are concerned. I'm going to draw, hoping to get a coin card, but I got Colonialism, which gives me the lead on the factories. So now I have the lead on everything but the light bulbs and the coins. So my opponent draws again. So I'm going to draw or tuck Colonialism. I got a couple coin cards there, so that enabled me to tuck a few more, which sets me up so if I'm able to splay, I can do so. He puts Gunpowder out, which gives him the lead in the factories, but the only card he'll be able to get is my Mysticism card. So I'm not too worried about that right now. I instead convert to get the 5, 4, and 2, which gives me an 11-point lead on him. I should be able to get the second achievement this time around. And he exposed the light bulbs for me, so now I have the lead in light bulbs as well. And there's my second achievement. Now I'm going to play Education for my second action, kick back to 5 to draw a 6. Now I'll use the 6 to kind of 7-pointer. I still don't have the lead in coins. So for my second action, I'm again going to draw and get a 5-pointer, which is coal, and I get the 5-pointer because it's 2 points higher than my purple card. So he takes a second action, he plays out Canning. I'm going to throw coal up, and then I'm going to Dogma, which lets me tuck a 5-pointer, lets me display the cards out to the right. I'm going to skip. I think I'm going to skip. No, actually, we threw Navigation out to expose paper. That gave me 5 more points in my score pile. He's definitely ahead on factories right now. Not too worried about that yet, because he doesn't really have anything offensively to come after me with right now. So now I'm going to first take my 3rd-point achievement. I'm going to throw up Chemistry to hopefully increase the points of some of those low scoring cards in my score pile. I'm not too worried about his side, but we're going to play paper to display our blue cards. Play it again to display our green cards. Now I have 3 cards displayed, which gives me the ability to get more icons out on the board and hopefully dominate them as far as icons go. Now the only place I'm behind, I believe, is still on the factories, slightly. So this time around, I'm going to debating between measurement and paper. I'm going to throw measurement out there. I'm going to do coal again. And my thought process here is I can probably get another 8 points by putting that measurement and paper up. And that exposes compass, which gives me the majority in coins, as well as leaves. Now I'm going to invoke compass, which is going to force him to give me vaccination. And then he can pull whatever card he wants from my screen. He can pull coal, chemistry, or education. So he chose chemistry. At this point I'm going to throw emancipation up there, which gets me within 1 point of the lead. For his second action, he covers up those factories, and that was the jump I needed to get the lead on the factories. So we both play physics because he has the same number of light bulbs I do. I unfortunately got cards back. I like to use physics as a strategy sometimes to empty an opponent's hand, because most of the time the odds are you're going to draw two of the same card, the same color, which forces you to return everything. So now he played Atomic Theory, which brought out Bicycle for him. The achievements are 3-3 right now. So for my action, I'm going to play Sanitation, which forces him to transfer cards back. So now his first action, he only has a 6-pointer. So let's see what he does here. So he's going to play Atomic Theory again, get some publications. Is he going to exploit publications? No, he's going to use Combustion to transfer a card from my pile to his. So now my turn, I'm going to use Emancipation to grab his 6-pointer. Put it in my score pile. Then I'll splay my purple cards right. So now I have 4 of the 5 colors splayed. For my second action, I'm going to put Refrigeration up. That's the end of that turn. So I got a 7-pointer because I can participate in machine tools with him. My first achievement, that gives me the 7 achievement. I use Refrigeration, get a 6-pointer into my score pile, which gets me to the 8 achievement. I have a 5-point lead on him score-wise. Let's see what he does. He popped Electricity to pull a couple 8-pointers. I will use Emancipation, I think, at this point. Yep. To pull his 8-pointer in and trade it for a 7-pointer. And then I'll play Refrigeration to make him get back one of his cards. So he responds with Socialism, which then pulls the scorecard. So I use physics to make him draw. Everything came back with 2 of the same color. I got the same problem though, so that didn't help me. But I'm arranging them red, yellow, red. Most people don't realize that the order of those cards that you return them can favor that physics card the next time around, because you can control the colors to a limited degree. Especially when you share in it, because you get to pull one out, which offsets the cycle. So now I'm pulling 3s, and that's what happened here. So I was able to offset the cycle, and that gave me a pretty good selection of 8-pointers. He pulled the 8-point achievement. But on our end, he has a second action first. So let's see what he does here. So he used Atomic Theory. That lets us play to the right. That brought in just another 2 sets of factories. I play mobility to transfer his top cards. So he's going to have to surrender a couple cards here. Without factories, which limits him, he's going to have to cough up Atomic Theory into my score pile, which gets me the lead in points. He's popping my 8 back, but now I'm going to play Skyscrapers, and that's going to force him to give up Rocketry and also eliminate his blue cards. So now his response will be to play his 9-pointer, which gives him Suburbia, but he has nothing to tuck, although it does give him the 9-point achievement. But now we'll use Rocketry to start to dismantle his score pile. So that's 14 points we pop off. In the second action, we are going to play Mobility, and that's going to force him to give up Suburbia. Into our score pile, which puts us ahead on points, 61 to 38, and takes him away from that 9. Well, all the achievements are gone at this point, all those achievements. So now we're going to play Skyscrapers to continue to increase our lead. It pulls up Publications. We'll play Corporations now to pull his so now his first action, he draws a 9, draws a second 9. For our first action, we're going to play or Specialization, I believe. Let's see. Yep. I'm not sure what we're looking for here. Oh, no. Skyscraper is a bad choice. We will play Flight, so that's going to let us play our cards up and hopefully get us an achievement here. We played Skyscrapers to get rid of his green cards. We hold a commanding lead of 22 points unless we got a strange dogma. Now he played Quantum Theory, which gets him 10 point. Which gets us a 10-point card because it's a lead to 77. But we have Globalization now at this point. So with Globalization, it's a little confusing of a card. If no player has more leaves than they have factories on the board, then the player with the highest score wins. So we both have 3 points in leaves on the board, and we both have factories. I have 9, he has 3. So I bypass that for now because that's not going to help us yet. Now I have more leaves on the board. So with Quantum Theory I could return a card. I'm not going to do that. And because I have more leaves on the board, then factories. So let's see what we do. So for his second action, he's going to play Self-Service. So what we're going to respond with is we are going to use let's see what we're going to do exactly. We're going to play Globalization, and enact the dogma, which gives us the win. And that was innovation. Thanks for joining us.